systematically explained how important it is to be connected with our roots. The imbalance created by man within himself and his surroundings has made him pay dearly for it. But it is never too late. We can still redeem ourselves and undo the damage. So let us all join hands together in an endeavor to free ourselves from the trammels of mind and disease. Let us all honor and propagate the gift of our ancient yoga. Today, on the occasion of 7th International Yoga Day, we pray to the Almighty to lead our consciousness to the universal consciousness and bring the perfect harmony between mind, body and nature. Bal Bharti Public School, Gangaram Hospital Mart welcomes you all on the occasion of 7th International Yoga Day. So let's begin the session with the lighting of lamp for the positivity and removing the darkness of ignorance.
Shubham kurutvam kalyanam arogyam dhanasampadah shatru buddhi vinashaya deepajyotir namostute deepajyotir namostute.
Commence with the fusion yoga performance of Peri Chavra from 7th G for the blessings of Lord Ganesha.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि गानचतुराय गानप्राणाय गानान्तरात्मने गानोत्सुकाय गानमत्ताय गानोत्सुकमनसे गुरुपूजिताय गुरुदैवताय गुरुकुलस्थायिने गुरुविक्रमाय गुह्यप्रवराय गुरवे गुणगुरवे गुरुदैत्यकलक्षेत्रे गुरुधर्मसदाराध्याय गुरुपुत्रपरित्रात्रे
Now let's begin the yogic session, and Shambhavi Agrawal of 10th H will guide us for the same. We'll start with yogic Sukshma Vyayam first. For this, stand in Samsthiti with feet few inches apart, hands by your sides, and look in front. We'll start with neck first. For this, inhale and slowly move your neck up. Exhale and move your neck down. Again, inhale and move your neck up. Exhale and move your neck down. One more last time. Inhale and move your neck up. Exhale and move your neck down. Now the second yogic Vyayam for neck. Inhale and move your neck to right side. Exhale and come back to the starting position. Again, inhale and move your neck to left. Exhale and come back to the starting position. We'll do it 2 more times. Inhale and move your neck right. Exhale and come back. Inhale and move your neck to left. Exhale and move your neck to the starting position. Last time. Inhale and move your neck right. Exhale and come back to the starting position. Now inhale and move your neck to left. Exhale and come back to the starting position. Now it's time for neck bending. We'll move the neck to right side. Inhale and come back. Exhale and bend your neck to left. Inhale and come back. Again, exhale and bend your neck to right. Inhale and come back. Exhale and bend your neck to left. Inhale and come back. Now exhale and bend your neck to right. Last time. Inhale and come back. Exhale and bend your neck to left. Inhale and come back. Now it's time for neck rotation. So while rotating the neck for the breathing, whenever we are moving our head up, we have to inhale, and whenever we are coming down, we have to exhale. So let's start from the right side. Now keep your head on the right side, bend your neck to the right side and start rotating. Inhale and start the rotation. Now exhale while coming down, down, down. Yes. Again inhale and start the rotation from right side. Exhale and come back. One more time. Inhale starting from the right side. Inhale, move your neck up. Exhale, come back to the center. Now we'll do it from the left side. Inhale and start the rotation from left side. Exhale and come back to the starting position. Second round, inhale and move your head from the left. Exhale and come back. One more last time. Inhale and move your neck from the left. Rotate your neck from the left. Exhale and come back to the center. So that's it for neck. We'll move to shoulders now. For shoulder, Yogic Sukshma Vyayam. Keep your both hands on your shoulder. Join your elbows in front and start rotating your shoulder joint in clockwise direction. We'll do it 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's time for the reverse direction. 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Bring your hands back to the starting position in Samsthiti. Keep your hands on the sides of your thighs. Stand straight. Look straight. Now it's a time for the waist region, spinal region. We'll give a twist to the spine. For this, bring your hands forward up to the shoulder level. Keep your palms facing each other. Now, rotate your upper body to the right side. Wait for a few seconds. And now come back to the starting position. Repeat the same on the left side. Rotate your upper body to the left. Wait for a few seconds and slowly come back to the starting position. We have to repeat 2 more rounds. So we'll start with right again. Twist your upper body to the right side. Come back to the starting position. Now twist your upper body to left. Slowly come back to the starting position. Now last time, twist your upper body to the right. Come back to the starting position. One more time on the left side. Twist your body to the left. Slowly come back to the starting position and bring your hands back to the normal position of Samsthiti. Now it's time to warm up the legs, knees, thighs and foot. For this, bring your hands forward, palm facing downward. Now bend your knees as if you are sitting on a chair. Bend your knees for 10 seconds. Come back to the starting position. Again, keep your hands straight in front, palm facing downward. Again, bend your knees and wait for 10 seconds. Come back, keep your knees straight again. Okay, let's move for the last round of knee movement. Bend your knees again for the last time and wait for 10 seconds. Come back, relax and keep your hands by your sides. Stand in Samsthiti again. Now we'll begin the standing asanas. So, interlock your hands. Slowly raise your hands up, up. Keep your hands straight up, interlocked and palm facing upward. Stretch your body up, pull your body up and then slowly come on your toes. Look straight. Stare at one point to balance yourself. Wait for another 5 seconds. Give a stretch, vertical stretch to yourself and then slowly come back. Bring down your heels first. And now bring your hands back to the starting position. Now it's time for Vrikshasana, another balancing asana. Vrikshasana resembles a tree pose. For this, stand on your left leg. Fold your right knee. and place your right foot on the left thigh. Try to balance yourself on your left leg and slowly join your hands up, fingers pointing towards the sky. Wait for 10 seconds. Now come back, and now we'll change the position of legs. This time we'll balance on right leg. So stand on right leg. Bend your left knee and keep your left foot on right thigh. Once you balance, slowly move your hands up and join your hands up together, fingers pointing towards the sky. Balance for 10 seconds again. Slowly come back to the starting position. Stand in Samsthiti. We'll now perform Padhastha Asana, the third asana in standing pose. Padhastha Asana means touching the toes. You have to touch your pad, means your foot, with your hast, means hands. Stand straight. Raise your both arms up. Now start bending from the lower back. Move forward, bend forward, and slowly try to touch your toes. If you are comfortable, keep your both hands on the sides of your legs. Wait for 10 seconds. Now inhale and come back to the starting position. Bring your hands back to the normal position of Samsthiti by the sides of your thighs. As we had done a forward bending asana, so it's the necessity to do a backward bending asana. So we'll perform Ardha Chakrasana. Stand straight with feet few inches apart. Now keep your hands on your waist, fingers spreading in the front and both the thumbs joined together at the back. Slowly bend backward up to the comfort level of yours. Wait for 10 seconds. Come back to the starting position. Stand straight in Samsthiti, feet few inches apart, hands by your sides. Now we will perform the last standing asana of the session, and that is Trikonasana, known as the triangle pose as well. For this, open up your feet 2 to 3 feet apart. It's a side bending asana. Stand straight with feet 2 to 3 feet apart. Now slowly bring your hands by your sides up to the shoulder level, palm facing downward. Now start bending sideward. Start bending sideward to the right side. Bend to the right side. The left hand will go up and the right hand will touch the right leg. Look straight in front. No need to bend your neck. Your neck should be straight. Wait for 10 seconds. Come back and stand straight. We'll do it on left side as well. Now start bending to the left side. Same way, keep your left hand on the left leg and the right hand will move up. Look straight in front. No need to bend your neck. It's a side bending asana, so you may feel a stretch on the sides of your waist, which is absolutely normal. Come back to the starting position. So that's it for the standing asana. Now let's begin the sitting postures, and for this Posika Agrawal of 9th H will guide us. We'll first sit in Dandasana. Keep your legs straight in front. The first asana in the sitting pose is Bhadrasana. For this, bend your right knee and place the right foot near to the center. Similarly, bend the left knee and place the left foot adjoining the right foot. Now hold or clasp both the foot with your hands. Keep your back straight and try to touch the knees to the ground as much as you can. Bhadrasana is a very auspicious pose in which thighs, knees, foot and lower back gets strengthened. Wait for 10 seconds. Relax and come back to the starting position. The next asana in the sitting pose is Vajrasana. Bend both the knees and sit on your foot. Vajrasana is an asana which is very beneficial for digestive system. From Vajrasana, we will move to the next asana of the sitting pose, which is Ardha Ushtrasana, also known as half camel posture. For this, stand on your knees. Keep your both the hands on your waist, fingers pointing towards the navel point and thumb pointing at the lower back. Now, with exhalation, try to bend backward according to your comfort level. Maintain the backward bending up to 20 seconds. Come back to the Vajrasana pose and relax. As we have done a backward bending, so the next asana in the sitting pose is a forward bending asana known as Shashank Asana. Shashank Asana is a forward bending asana also known as rabbit pose or hare pose. For this, open up your knees in front. Raise your arms up. Keep your back straight. Now slowly bend forward from your lower back. Go down and touch your forehead to the floor. Relax for 10 to 15 seconds. Slowly come back to the starting position of Vajrasana. The last asana or the last posture of sitting pose is Vakrasana, and for this again sit in Dandasana by keeping your legs straight in front. Now for Vakrasana, bend your right knee, cross the left leg and keep your right foot near to left knee. Now raise your left arm and interlock your knees and thighs, right knee and right thighs with your left hand, with your left arm. And now slowly twist your upper body towards the right side. It's a twisting asana which strengthens the abdominal organs. Keep your right hand at the back. Look at the back as much as you can and wait for 10 seconds. Again come back to Dandasana, the starting pose of this asana. We will repeat the same for the left side as well. Now this time bend your left knee, cross the left leg and keep your left foot near to the right knee. Now raise your right arm, interlock your left leg, left knee, thighs with your right hand and twist your upper body towards the left. Look back from the left side. Hold the pose for 10 seconds. Come back to the starting position of Dandasana. Sit straight by keeping your legs in front. So that's all for the sitting posture. We will now move to the supine postures. Thank you, Posika. Now it's time for the lying down pose. And for this session, Anushka Singh of class 7th F will guide us. The first asana in the lying down pose is Bhujangasana, and for this asana, lie flat on your belly. Keep your hands by the sides of your chest. Now slowly inhale and move your chest up to the navel point. This asana is also known as Cobra pose and it is beneficial in the low back pain. It strengthens the lower back muscles. Slowly exhale and come back to the starting pose. We will again repeat the same asana and hold it for 10 seconds. Inhale and raise your chest up again to the navel point. Keep your elbows slightly bent and wait for 10 seconds in Bhujangasana. Join your legs and observe your back. Exhale and slowly come back to the starting position. The next asana in the series is Shalbhasan, also known as the locust posture, and for this asana, keep your both hands below your thigh, palm facing towards the thighs. In this asana, slowly raise both your legs together up in the air by keeping your knees straight. Wait for 10 seconds in this pose. This asana is again beneficial for strengthening the low back muscles. Slowly come back to the starting position. We'll again repeat the same asana. Keep your hands under your thighs, palm facing towards the thighs. Slowly raise your legs up to the ground by keeping the knees straight and wait for 10 seconds in the same pose. Slowly come back to the ground. The next asana is a relaxing asana in prone lying only. Open up your legs few inches apart. Point your toes outward. Fold your hands and keep your hands below your forehead. Close your eyes and relax for 20 seconds. This is a relaxing pose. Observe your breath. Try to keep your breath normal. This is known as crocodile posture, Makar Asana, a relaxing asana which calms down the mind and body. We'll now move to the supine lying poses. Kindly lie down flat on your back. Now the first asana in the supine lying pose is Setu Bandh Asana, also known as the bridge pose, and for this pose bend both the knees. Now slowly raise your hip up to the ground. Hold your ankles with both the hands. Raise your hip as much as you can and hold the pose for 10 seconds. Slowly bring your hips back to the ground. It's time for second repetition of Setu Bandh Asana. Again, raise your hips up. Hold your ankles tightly and wait for 10 seconds in the same pose. Slowly come back to the normal position. Keep your legs straight again and lie down flat on your back. The next asana is Pavan Mukta Asana, and for this asana, fold your knees again and bring it to the chest. Now hold your legs tightly with your hands and try to touch your forehead to your knees by exhaling. Hold the pose for 10 seconds. This asana is very beneficial for digestive system. Now come back again to the starting position. Now we'll do the second repetition. Fold your legs, fold your knees and bring it to the chest. Exhale and bring your forehead to the knees. hold your legs tightly with your hands. Be in this pose for 10 seconds. Inhale and come back to the starting position. The next asana in the lying down pose is Shavasana, very well known for relaxation. For Shavasana, just lie flat on your back, open up your legs few feet apart. Relax your whole body. Keep your hands by the sides of your thighs, palm facing up to the sky. Now close your eyes gently and just observe each inhale and exhale. Relax for 20 seconds in Shavasana. With this, we'll end up with the lying down poses. Thank you, Anushka, for joining us. Now, after the asanas practice, it's time for pranayam. And for this session, Pranavi Kapoor of 7th F will guide us. So, ready for the pranayam? We'll start with Kapalbhati Kriya first. Sit in any meditative pose. Now keep your back straight. In Kapalbhati Kriya, we only have to focus on our exhale. Basically, it's a rapid exhalation Kriya. You have to inhale only just in the beginning and keep on exhaling up to 30 strokes. With each exhalation, you have to tuck your tummy in. So let's begin. Inhale and keep on exhaling up to 30 strokes. Kapalbhati Kriya is very beneficial for the removing of toxins from your lungs. It removes the unused gases because in this pranayam we keep on exhaling. It clears the forehead region as well. Now after 30 strokes, relax for 20 seconds. We'll begin with the second round of Kapalbhati Kriya. So again, make yourself straight. Inhale and start exhaling up to 30 strokes. Kapalbhati Kriya is also very beneficial in the improvement of digestive system. It gives a massage to all the abdominal organs. It is very well known for the fat reduction of belly. Continuous practice of Kapalbhati makes us slim. Now, relax for 20 seconds again. We'll move to Anulom Vilom Pranayam. Anulom Vilom Pranayam is also known as Nadi Shodhan Pranayam or alternate nostril breathing. For this, sit in meditative pose again. Keep your back straight. Use your right hand and make a pran mudra by closing the two fingers, that is the index finger and the middle finger. Use your thumb, keep your thumb on the right nostril and the other two fingers on the left nostril. This time inhale from the left side and slowly exhale from the right side. Now again inhale from right side and exhale from left side. This is one round of Anulom Vilom Pranayam. We'll practice 5 to 6 rounds of pranayam. So again inhale from left side and exhale from right side. Inhale from right side again and exhale from left side. Anulom Vilom Pranayam removes the toxins from the nasal passage. It clears the nasal passage and activates Ingla and Pida, both the nadis. That is why it is known as Nadi Shodhan Pranayam as well. It's a very common pranayam practice. Now moving ahead, we'll move to the last pranayam of the session, which is known as Bhramari Pranayam. In this pranayam, again we'll sit in meditative pose. Close your ears by the thumbs of both the hands. Spread the fingers on your face. Inhale normally from the nostrils. And while exhalation, produce a sound of a humming bee. We'll again repeat 2 rounds. Inhale normally from the nostrils and exhale with a humming bee sound. Now we'll repeat the 3rd round. Inhale and exhale with a humming bee sound. Now it's time for meditation. During meditation, keep your back straight. Close your eyes gently and just focus on each inhale and exhale. Close your eyes gently, keep your back straight and observe your breathing pattern for continuous 1 minute. With each inhale, try to feel the positivity in and around you. And with each exhalation, try to remove your negative thoughts. Feel the coolness while inhalation and throw out all your negativity and heat with each exhalation. With closed eyes, try to thank God for all the blessings, for the life which He has given us. Thank you for everything God has given us. We'll start the Shanti part. Close your eyes again. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukbhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Rub your palms. Fast. Fast. And keep your palms on your eyes. Now gently open up your eyes.
We conclude our today's celebration with a tribute to Lord Shiva, Father of Yoga, with an artistic performance of Rashi Goyal from 7th D.
उर्स
बह रहे हैं आदि योगी। शून्य सन्नाटे टपकते जा रहे हैं, मौन से सब कह रहे हैं आदि योगी। योग के स्पर्श से अब योग में करना है तन मन। सांस शाश्वत सनन सननन, प्राण गुंजन धनन गणनन। उतरे मुझ में आदि योगी, योग धारा छलक छन छन। सांस शाश्वत सनन सननन, प्राण गुंजन धनन गणनन। उतरे मुझ में आदि योगी, उतरे मुझ में आदि योगी।
We at Bal Bharati Public School, Gangaram Hospital, Mal, are so thankful to you that you all were able to join us today. Thank you so much.